Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nothing to See Here podcast. Hi, it's Frankie.
It's Hannah.
I've had a hell of a week.
2025 just sucks.
It's not great, but that wasn't what I was talking about. I had the weirdest fucking week. This is normally where you guys would ask. Amanda.
Well, I was just hoping you would describe it.
We know you're going to tell us, even if we don't ask.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
Well, I wasn't attacking. I just thought you would start going.
So, I got a phone call Sunday from my father after I got a text message of a picture of my cousin and him with my cousin at a basketball game crying. Apparently, my cousin Ava made it to the state championships in women's basketball for her high school. My dad texted me on Sunday and was just like, hey, Ava is in the state championships. It's on a Thursday. It's in Hershey. You haven't been to any of her games. You should probably try and make it to this. And I was like, this is real short notice. I have a job.
You have an important job. You are a therapist.
And that doesn't matter to my father, or my family. I then proceeded to get guilt tripped. So finally I look, and Thursdays are normally what I call my note days. So either I spend the day working on notes from like the rest of the week, or I meet with individuals. Seeing as I have 2 note days in a week, normally I meet with individuals early on in the week and use Thursday as my note day. So I was like, you know what? I'm not running group. I could probably finagle this. So I did, and I finagled it. Drove down. Since I don't drive, I had to have my mother drive me down to Johnstown, where my dad then took me to Hershey the following morning, drove me back where they met up in Blairsville after the game was done. By the way, she lost, but she did good. I'm very proud of her. And she's second in the state, so and she's only a junior, so always next year. Met in Blairsville, got back at like 8 p.m., probably 9 actually. Got back at the house at like 9 p.m. that Thursday night, went to work the next day, and then immediately from work, we left to go right back up to York and Hershey. Ask me why.
Why'd you go back? See, I was going to ask you why organically, and now it feels like I've been commanded.
So, my cousin Peyton on my mom's side has a little girl named Sloan. It was Sloan's birthday this weekend. So, I had to go celebrate a 2-year-old's birthday party. I didn't even go to the birthday party because my crazy other aunt was going to be there, and I really don't like my other aunt. You can quote me on that. She sucks. So me and my one aunt did not go. It was today. So instead we went and got massages. So that was nice.
That seems nice.
It was very nice. But then I had to drive, sit in the car all the way back. Meanwhile, Frankie, you're not going to get this, but Hannah will get this. She's a woman. I had my period.
Oh.
Which makes a 3-hour car ride all the worse.
I would cry. The massage probably was nice.
It was very nice. It was very, very, very nice. She did it. I've never heard a massage therapist. I said I was a therapist, and then I'm at like a desk most of the day, and when I'm not, I'm dealing with tension just because, life or death situations are fun. And she immediately felt my muscles, and I think she was trying to be quiet, but I heard her whisper under her breath, "Oh my God." So
that's not a good sign.
I was kind of, I was like, I'm so sorry. And it was a Swedish massage, and she's like, so I'm feeling a lot of tension. Would you mind if I put a little bit more pressure, like akin to that of maybe a deep tissue massage? And I was like, do what you gotta do, man. So.
Just remove my muscles.
Yeah, just.
Like, crack my back like a glow stick. Just.
Kind of. So, but she's very, very nice, and she kept asking, is this okay? Is this okay? She's like, is this pressure okay? And I was like, honestly, you could take a jackhammer to my back, and I probably wouldn't feel it. That's how fucked up I am. So that was nice, but But yeah, so I managed to just get home just in time to jump in the shower real quick, because of course I'm going to do that, after a long, gross car ride, and then get on here. In which case Skype decided to be a dick and not let me on, because I showed up for like a second, and then I disappeared.
Damn. Yeah, you showed up as I'm tired and disappeared, and then you showed up as tired twice and disappeared.
Yeah.
And now you have your name, and you appeared, so.
So, I did eat at the Chocolatier on Thursday, which, Frankie, by the way, we are going to Hershey Park. Hannah, you're more than welcome to come as well, because I know you like food. She does. She loves desserts.
I do. I can go for, like, a nice cold tiramisu right now.
Mm.
Do you know, sorry, that at Yankee Stadium they're selling tiramisu for baseball games?
I don't want to know how much.
I do know the exact price.
Is it $50?
It's $12.50.
Oh,
and it's served
That's
in one of those.
actually.
Well, it's not that big. They said, like, the person who I saw got it described it as like $1 a bite, which, to be fair, for tiramisu, not that bad.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
And it comes in the little novelty helmet bowls.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
So you're just buying the bowl.
Yeah, basically.
But we have to go to Hershey this year, Frankie. You have to promise me.
When in the year?
This summer.
I have to tell you, I have to have. I'm trying to think of numbers here. I need to have 3 vacation days saved up for November.
We're gonna go on a weekend.
Oh, okay. All right, then we're good.
What if we go to Hershey when it's spooky season?
We can also do that, but I want to have at least one summer day at Hershey.
To ride the rides.
And I also would like to go to the water park. The last time I went to the Hershey water park, we got
on a coaster again.
Yeah, we got stuck on the water coaster.
Nice times. Why do we have to go this year though? Is there anything particular, or you just want to go again?
I do want to go again. I want to ride the Candemonium.
That was being built the last time we went. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do that, but also they're opening up, I think it's called the Twizzler Remix. By the way, they redid the Sidewinder so that it's smoother, and it's called, like, the Jolly Rancher Remix now.
I don't like the name, but okay.
But they're opening something called, like, the Twizzler something, and it's just like a giant, you know, the wave swinger at Kennywood?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bigger one of those.
Oh, okay.
Do they still have the singing cows?
Yeah, at Hershey World, we always ride at Chocolate World.
Okay.
Don't we always? We always.
Free. That's where you go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
We go there first, and then we go to the park.
Yes. Okay. We are all on the same page. Glad to know. I needed to make sure the cows were still there.
Alright, so we have to pick a weekend, and we should pick one relatively soon. I'm thinking sometime end of April, beginning of May, when it's not too hot.
I can't do, like, beginning of May, though.
End of April.
End of April? That's so soon.
You're so soon.
Were you thinking, like, the last weekend of April? Are they open?
Yeah, they just open the first week of April. Weekend of April.
Like April 26th, April 27th?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. And, hear me out. If we do this, I will put my money together and we will stay at the Hershey Hotel for a night.
It's a pretty good deal.
It's a great deal. So,
right.
are we in agreement?
Well, I have to check my schedule, but I should be good.
Okay. Hannah?
I don't work weekends, so I should be good.
Okay. Nobody's allowed to plan anything on the 26th or 27th. Capiche?
Okay. If I don't have anything already planned, I won't. We'll remind you, Hannah.
Okay, good.
I will pay for the hotel, but y'all have to pay for your own tickets. I think that's fair.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well then, with that very fun news, and...
Oh wait, I didn't tell you about my chocolatier experience.
What's your chocolatier? Oh, the restaurant, yeah. What was your chocolatier experience?
It was delicious. My dad and my stepmom, we went after the game. And we booked a reservation because we thought it was going to be way busier. It was not. But my dad and me and my stepmom, we could not decide on desserts, so we got 2 desserts. One of which was like a Hershey cake thing, like their signature item, and the other one was a chocolate fondue thing. Nobody told us that both of those desserts were for like 10 people. So we ate like 2 desserts that were built for like 4 people each.
Is that a problem?
It was a problem for me. Also,
Why
it
was
is
that a problem?
because I don't know, like we then had a 3-hour car ride afterwards.
Fair. If you're that full and then you got to go on a long car ride, that sucks a little bit.
Yeah, it was a rough time. It was a real rough time. Not only that, though, their food, everything has chocolate in it.
Not everything.
Yes, everything.
No, not the House Caesar salad. I'm on their menu right now.
Almost everything. Like the loaded mac and cheese had chocolate in the barbecue sauce.
That would be good, actually, a chocolate barbecue sauce.
It was actually very good. My dad got the mac and cheese. I got the mushroom risotto.
That doesn't have chocolate in it.
Eh.
You avoided the chocolate?
Believe me, I didn't avoid it with all of the dessert that I had.
That's fair. Oh, the loaded mac and cheese is a cocoa nib gremolata. Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing.
Well, we're going to eat there.
I know.
Frankie's like having a field day on this.
I love like weird foods like this. I love this.
Do you remember at Hershey whenever we went and they had those balls? The ball drinks?
Yeah, the drinks, yeah. I still have my ball.
What the fuck were those? Those were delicious, but what the fuck were they?
I don't remember. I don't know if they're still like active.
I don't think they're there anymore. I think it turned into a lounge, but I have to look
that's
up what this is.
disgusting. Who needs a lounge at a park?
It's for season pass holders.
They can stuff it.
Or it's not Orbits. Orbits
was it Orbs? Just ORBZ?
ORBZ. Let me look.
This is all really exciting content.
It was Bubbles. BBLZ.
Yeah, that's it. They had like weird soda like it was like mocktails.
Yeah.
And then they put fucking like the worst part though was they put icing on the outside.
Except my icing was delicious.
And it was like too much. And then we had to take it to because like the cups are pretty cool, so we had to like take it into a bathroom and wash them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was delicious.
It was a really good drink, I will say that. It was refreshing.
Mhm. Mine had like a lemon cream icing. So good.
I don't remember what one I got, so.
Hold on. Pull it up.
Are you pulling up the full menu? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. For a place that is no longer open?
Hey, I want to maybe recreate these. As I'm doing this, Frankie, what are we talking about?
Tonight we're talking about WCW Monday Nitro from October 9th, 1995. We're going back 30 years again to talk about wrestling.
Oh, wait. Okay.
No, nope. Amanda's found it. Nope.
Not yet.
Oh, false alarm, everyone.
Sorry,
I
got excited.
Everyone can calm down, alright? Hannah, I know you were very excited. You can calm down.
Oh, okay.
I could hear you vibrating over there with the excitement.
You're right, I was vibrating super duper fast.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna get into the news surrounding the WCW Monday Nitro for October 9th, 1995. So, as we've been seeing, there's that romance between Colonel Robert Parker and Sherry Martel.
Oh, I hate that shit.
And there's talk that they're going to do a wedding angle.
Oh, no.
So we'll see if that actually happens, if we get to see a wrestling wedding.
She better be getting paid a decent chunk of change.
She's probably getting paid nothing. Well, actually, it's Sherry. She's probably getting paid a good amount, actually.
Okay, Frankie, I have it now. Okay, I'm gonna list some. The one I got was the Lemon Berry Wave, which was Sierra Mist with lemon and berry flavor with lemon foam, vanilla frosting, and Jolly Rancher gummies.
I know mine had Mountain Dew.
Was yours the Laughing Lime or the Melon Baller?
Oh, definitely the Melon Baller.
Okay, so it was Mountain Dew, watermelon flavoring, lime foam, blueberry boba, vanilla frosting, and a green apple Jolly Rancher.
That's definitely what it was. Yeah, that was good.
It was
Good as
delicious.
hell.
So good. All right.
All right.
Discovered.
Yeah, we found it. Next
And
piece
what
of
were
news.
these? These were smoothies?
No,
Boba teas?
soft drinks.
Okay.
Soft
Mocktail,
drinks.
bubble tea. Some were boba tea, some bubble tea, some were not.
Yeah. All delicious.
So WWF and WCW both have been confiscating signs from Monday Night Raw and Monday Nitro. And in WCW's case, so now any of the signs you see, we have to be suspicious. They are handing out signs to the fans, pre-made signs. The fans, though, are now bringing markers into the stadiums and writing whatever they want on the backs of the approved signs, and those are now being confiscated as well.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
It's been 4 weeks.
Yeah. And they're already confiscating signs.
It's off to a great start.
It's off to a fantastic start. I'm loving this.
Ric Flair's been having problems with his eye. He had cataract eye surgery, and he wasn't supposed to be wrestling because he had been told to stay out of the ring for 4 weeks. He wrestled on last time's episode and on this episode.
Yeah, and he got stabbed in the eye last time.
Yeah, WCW felt they needed him immediately, but Flair was warned that if something happened, he was risking losing sight in his eye, but WCW pushed him on it. So he is working the shows without medical clearance.
My God.
Flair was trying to get WCW to pay him extra to do these shows, but there's no word if they actually did.
They definitely didn't.
Oh, definitely not. He got no extra money.
No way. Yeah, there's absolutely no way.
There is talk within WCW to hold their big show, Starrcade, at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii.
Why?
Because they're going to have several New Japan Pro Wrestling stars brought in. And it's going to be a show where it's WCW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling. With WCW being the good guys and the Japanese wrestlers being the villains.
No.
At Pearl Harbor.
No. Dear God, no.
Do we think that's a good idea?
They did. I will tell you this. Starrcade 1995 is in fact US versus Japan. But it does not take place at Pearl Harbor.
Oh, thank God.
And another thing, I'm looking at the card here for that show. No Hulk Hogan.
Oh, blessed day.
Oh, thank God.
But we do get Randy Savage in the main event.
You
Randy
say that
Savage
like it's a bad thing.
No, Randy Savage wrestles twice. It's a good thing. If he wrestles twice, that might mean 2 Randy Savage outfits in one night. That would be great.
That better be a guarantee, Franklin.
WCW aired an Eddie Guerrero versus Jushin Thunder Liger match on their Sunday main event show. The crowd had no knowledge or reason to care for either competitor, so they were completely silent during the entire match. WCW later edited in shitty crowd noise to cover up the silence.
That's hilarious.
That is really good.
Last time we talked about them doing a storyline with Sabu and his uncle, the original Sheik, about the U.S. heavyweight title, and Sheik would come with Sabu to Halloween Havoc. That will not be happening. I did tell you that storyline doesn't happen, and I found out why. We find out why this week. The Sheik will not be appearing at Halloween Havoc because the word is that the Sheik refuses to appear in public unless he can walk to the ring without a limp, and right now he cannot do so, and so he does not want to be seen hobbling to the ring in his hometown. Vader, if we remember Vader, the guy who was kicked in the face and beat up backstage, all the way back on episode 1.
I still don't,
Nitro
but
review.
continue.
Still suspended, but technically not fired. He's been suspended this entire time. So from the first episode of Nitro that we did, Vader has been suspended, but they haven't fired him yet. And final piece of news, according to the WCW hotline, yes, folks, WCW back then had a hotline that you could call and they would charge you money to hear about rumors. But according to the WCW hotline, the Barbarian and the Warlord, a tag team, are coming to WCW. They suck, so don't get excited about them.
I have questions about this hotline.
Yeah?
Was it like just telling you one or two rumors a day, and then like the next day they'd be new rumors?
I don't think so. I think they would change. I don't know how often they would change, but Mean Gene Okerlund, the guy who does all those in-ring interviews, he was in charge of the hotline, and a lot of he personally made money off of the hotline.
Did he make those rumors up? Like he would just say random nonsense half the time, and then
that would be hilarious. I don't think he did.
So these rumors mostly turned out to be true?
Some of them. They were just like a lot of them were just like signings of like, oh, we signed these people but they haven't debuted yet, so we're gonna.
That's boring.
So the average, I have some research about the hotline. The average weekend for the hotline, so they would me and Gene Okerlund would do this towards his hotline, and you would pay $1.50 per minute. And they would like ramble on during the hotline, so you would wait 4 or 5 minutes before you heard any information. And so they would bring in about $5,000 a hotline. They did do some really like bad stuff, like slightly before this. So in February of 1995, Okerlund told them to call the hotline to find out which former 45-year-old heavyweight champion had died.
Oh.
And they implied that it was Ric Flair that had died.
Oh. Why?
Because he was around that age at the time, and he hadn't appeared on WCW TV for a few months.
I have a headache.
Why couldn't this have just been like really stupid stuff like Hulk Hogan?
Oh, usually it was. Like one of the ones was basically telling them that Ric Flair was in New York meeting with an executive of a gym.
See, that's not gossip though.
No,
I want like petty drama teenage girl gossip. I want them to say Hulk Hogan peed his pants.
Hulk Hogan shit himself backstage and everyone made fun of him.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear if I call this hotline.
They can't make fun of Hulk Hogan.
They could say Pepe shit in his shoe.
That would work. That would work.
I would be calling the hotline all the time to find out what Pepe did.
That's true. Pepe is an institution. We are here at the October 9th, 1995 Monday Nitro in the Rosemont Horizon, now the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois, or as anyone in professional wrestling will tell you, Chicago. It's a suburb of Chicago, so I guess it counts. But the Rosemont Horizon is the home of the Chicago Sky of the WNBA. For basketball games, it has a max attendance of 17,500, and for concerts, it has a max attendance of 18,500. This show had 8,500 people in attendance, with a paid attendance of only 4,458. So, slightly more than half this time?
It's getting better. Like, it had a decent number of people.
It had more than 50%.
Half of them bought their tickets.
Although, again, there's still too many getting free tickets. I'd be so upset. The episode starts off with a recap of Hulk Hogan being attacked last week and having his mustache shaved.
The disrespect is beautiful.
And then after
what are you talking about, disrespect? That's not disrespect.
Yeah, he deserves that.
It was beautiful watching it again.
And then you're going to see it again later on.
I know.
We go back to the intro, and then we go to the announcers. They are wearing Chicago Bears uniforms because Mongo is indeed a Super Bowl champion with the Chicago Bears. And then Bobby the Brain Heenan, gives us all terrible news. He does tell us that Hulk Hogan is here tonight. So we can all be sad. But before we get to see Hulk Hogan, we get to see the U.S. heavyweight champion, Sting. He shows up. He runs in, screaming. And he grabs the mic, and he says he wants this thing between Macho Man and Lex Luger to change. He's going to solve the problems between the two later on tonight.
I wrote down, I'm glad Sting respects sound equipment. I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember why I wrote that.
Oh, I know why. Because later on in the night,
Ric Flair doesn't.
Ric Flair does
No,
not.
I
respect
remember
sound equipment.
him breaking the headphones.
Ric Flair runs in, just starts grabbing headsets and throwing them around. Not respectful at all to the tech people in the back. We go to the ring, and Sting is going to defend his title tonight. His challenger is the Shark, and they do bill the Shark. We find out where the Shark is from. He's from Tsunami.
The ocean.
I guess so. I guess he's from just like well, no, he's from Tsunami.
He's from the ocean.
Specifically a tsunami, though.
He's from the ocean.
Anyway, making his way to the ring for us for the first time in a while. We haven't seen him in a bit. It's the U.S. heavyweight champion,
Sabu.
the man called Sting.
Oh, I thought it was Sabu.
No. Sting not in a colorful outfit tonight.
I mean, he had face paint on.
He did have the face paint on. Did we like the face paint?
Yeah, I didn't mind him.
He was mid.
Sting
But
gets
in the
attacked.
background.
Oh, in the background? What's in the background?
In the background is the mascot.
Oh, Wildcat Willie.
Mm-hmm.
He is there. We see
He
him a
does
couple
exist.
times tonight.
He's terrifying.
He does exist.
He is horrifying.
And y'all thought I was crazy.
Yeah, well, when I was editing the first episode, you brought it up and I found him and I was like, oh god, Amanda is right. There's a terrifying creature.
Yeah, but you guys thought I was crazy and you thought I made it up.
Because he like barely shows up in that episode. It's like a jump scare in the first episode.
Yeah, but how did you guys miss that jump scare?
I don't know.
I must have been writing.
Yeah.
I saw him this time. I'm sorry. He is scary. He's terrifying. He does exist.
So Sting gets attacked as he gets into the ring, and the Shark grabs the title belt and yells, "This is going to be mine." Shark hits a body slam and then a jumping elbow drop and a big leg drop, but Sting kicks out. Sting dodges a splash in the corner, hits two stinger splashes on his own, goes up top, hits a diving crossbody, and gets the pin, and Sting retains the U.S. heavyweight title in a very, very quick match.
So quick, I don't think I even recognized that this was a match.
Yeah, I blinked and I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get that Sting is great, but we've really killed off. Shark was beaten in like a minute and a half. It's not good for that man's career.
No.
Then we see the segment from last week again in its entirety, where Hulk Hogan is attacked by Kevin Sullivan disguised as an old woman, and then the Dungeon of Doom show up and shave off his mustache.
Every time we see Hogan being bullied like this, as he deserves, an angel gets its wings.
It's great seeing him bullied like this, but he looks so fucking weird without the mustache.
He actually doesn't look as racist.
Without the mustache?
Without the mustache, he doesn't look as racist.
That's how he fooled everyone.
Yeah.
We get then the same ad that we've been getting for Halloween Havoc.
Can we make a new ad, please?
I really want them to make a new ad. We see this ad another time later tonight, and it's so bad. It's the same exact. I need Halloween Havoc to come already so we can stop seeing
It's in 20 days.
That's too far.
It is too far.
If they're not making a new ad, that's too far.
But it doesn't have the funky 90s ghosts in the background.
It does.
Or
the
two people becoming fucking animorphs, but with machines.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
Transformers is different than I remember.
So we come back from break, and Sabu is making his way to the ring, and I am excited. Anytime we see Sabu, it's a fucking treat. Tonight he is wrestling Mr. JL.
And he's wearing MC Hammer's pants.
Yeah, Sabu is wearing the MC Hammer pants. Mr. JL is masked up. Let's go. Match starts. Sabu, still wearing his headscarf, just starts punching Mr. JL. Then he takes off the headscarf, slams JL, and then does a somersault off the top rope to hit a leg drop. Sabu then springboards off the middle rope to hit a leg lariat. But Mr. JL gains some momentum. He hits a twisting forearm, then a kick to the back of Sabu, sending Sabu out of the ring. Mr. JL hits a suicide dive.
We should probably rename that.
That's what it's called. I know we should rename it, but actually, I don't know what they call it now, because I doubt they call it Suicide Dive on TV now.
I would hope they didn't.
But I don't know what they call it. So Sabu slings himself over Mr. JL to get back into the ring, and then hits a spinning heel kick, sending Mr. JL back out of the ring. He then slingshots himself over the top rope to the outside, hitting Mr. JL. Then Sabu, oh fuck it, it's beautiful. He sends Mr. JL into the metal barrier, and then sets up a chair. And then he runs up the chair, he jumps to where you sit, jumps to the back edge of the chair, and then jumps off of that to hit a jumping crescent kick onto Mr. JL, who's leaning against the barricade.
I will be honest with you, and I know this wasn't going to happen, but this is where my brain went. He got that chair, and I thought he was going to sit him down in that chair and then do a lap dance.
Sabu would never do that. The disrespect to Sabu.
What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? I'd pay money to see him do a lap dance.
Sabu?
Yeah.
He's got too many scars.
That's a compliment.
He's got too many scars. It's icky.
So? Some women find scars sexy.
I was about to say, scars can be sexy.
Yeah.
They can be sexy, but not his scars. I don't know if you guys remember how he got them.
Yeah, didn't he cut himself?
No, he got cut in matches because he would wrestle in barbed wire matches, and then because wrestlers are independent contractors and don't get health insurance, he would just glue the wounds together.
Yeah, he cut himself.
He didn't cut himself.
He got cut. Better?
By barbed wire, yeah. JL gets back into the ring, hits a German suplex into the bridge, but Sabu kicks out. Sabu hits a running drop kick onto Mr. JL, or Mr. JL hits a running drop kick onto Sabu in the corner. And then Sabu responds with a vicious clothesline. Sabu then hits a springboard moonsault, then locks in the camel clutch, but Mr. JL gets the rope break. Sabu goes up top, but Mr. JL catches him and hits a hanging DDT off of the top. But Sabu kicks out of the pin. Sabu goes up, but he is caught, and Mr. JL goes up. I don't know why I kept confusing the two. Mr. JL goes up.
Frankie. You're confusing us.
Caught.
And we watched this match.
I know. Mr. JL goes up, and he gets caught by Sabu, who goes for the Hurricane Rana off the top. But Mr. JL holds on, sending Sabu falling down. JL goes for a dive, but Sabu catches him, hits a powerbomb, locks in the camel clutch for the win. And just like last time we saw him, that's not enough for Sabu. And after the match, Sabu sends JL onto the apron and hits a sunset flip powerbomb to the floor and almost injures himself while doing it. God, I love Sabu. What a man. I think we get maybe one or two more matches with Sabu before he goes away.
Why does he go away?
He just, I don't know, maybe we'll find out in the reports. I don't know exactly why he goes away. He goes to other companies. He wrestles I think he goes back to ECW pretty soon. Or he goes back to Japan for some death matches.
Is he Japanese? I can't remember.
Sabu, no, he's not Japanese. He's from the U.S. In the ring, we have Mean Gene Okerlund with Sting and Lex Luger. Sting says he has the solution for Lex's problems with the Macho Man. But he needs the Macho Man out here. So, Macho Man comes out in what I'm calling his sparkly jungle cat outfit.
Okay.
What do we think of this?
Tiger King, is that you?
This is before Tiger King. So Tiger King stole his look.
From Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Honestly, that really tracks.
Everyone should steal their looks from Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Every week it's a new outfit. It's always a memorable outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we don't particularly like it. Is this his best outfit yet? I ask that every time, but...
No.
No.
The Barbie-coated one was still the best one.
The one from last time, yeah.
I genuinely can't remember.
You just posted pictures of it.
I don't think that was the correct outfit.
That was not, because it didn't have the orange sunglasses.
I was gonna say, I'm like, this is not tie-dye. I don't remember what he wore, because it was like 2 months in between watching that episode and our podcast episode going live.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sting says that the Giant is winning the game and is chokeslamming everyone. And Macho Man goes, yeah, but why has the Giant not chokeslammed you, Sting? Sting says that the Macho Man is paranoid and tells Macho Man to shut up and not slap anyone in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Which has to be disappointing for you, Amanda.
Yeah. Because that's my favorite thing ever.
And he does listen. He doesn't slap anyone in the face this week.
It makes me so sad.
So, at Halloween Havoc, this is Sting's solution to the problem. At Halloween Havoc, Luger is facing Meng, and Randy is facing Kamala. And if Lex and Randy win their matches, they'll face each other. That's a shit solution, Sting. Why don't you just have those two have a match instead? Randy says he is ready to do it, but Lex says he already has his match with Meng. Why should he have to fight 2 matches in one night? So Sting says that Lex Luger is pathetic and he's tired of being Lex's babysitter. And Lex is needled enough by being called pathetic that he accepts the deal and leaves. So, we have 2 new matches for Halloween Havoc, Lex versus Meng and Randy versus Kamala. And if Lex and Randy win, they will wrestle each other. So maybe we have a 4th match. Well, 5th match, if we're counting the Monster Truck match as a separate match from the title match.
Mm-hmm.
How many matches have been, like, confirmed for the show at this point? I feel like there's a new one every week.
Didn't you see the commercial? The card is subject to change.
Mm-hmm. We've had 1, counting the Monster Truck match as a different match, 1, 2, 3, 4 matches confirmed.
2 of them are Hulk Hogan v. the Giant.
Yeah. And then maybe a 5th match. But who knows? Who knows if Randy Savage can defeat Kamala? And then we're outside of the arena and we see a limo pull up. And oh no.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on this episode. I thought we had an extra week to talk about it. To wait to talk about it. We don't.
You lied to me.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
I almost texted you on Friday.
It's Chris Benoit. That's who steps out of the limo.
Yeah, you lied to me.
I said we had another week.
I felt so uncomfortable.
It was weird seeing Chris Benoit when you don't expect it.
No. Did not enjoy.
And this man came in like he owned the place.
Yep.
Way to go, Frankie.
Let's just rip it off. Look, Chris Benoit is going to be here until the company runs until 2001. Like February of I don't remember when the last.
It's not September of 2001, correct?
No.
Okay.
The last Nitro is March 26, 2001.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's well before September. Chris Benoit doesn't leave WCW until January of 2001. So he's here for the rest of the show, basically. We said this on the first episode. I'll just say it again. Chris Benoit is a piece of shit. He murdered his wife and his child. He
took the coward's way out.
And then committed suicide. He should rot. We're going to watch his matches because they're going to be on the shows. One storyline in particular is going to be very uncomfortable, And so maybe we will skip around on that, and I will let you guys know when that happens and what matches to not watch. If we decide to do that, we'll see how comfortable we are when the storyline starts. But yeah, Chris Benoit is a piece of shit. We're gonna watch his matches, but we're not gonna celebrate him.
I can't believe you lied to me.
I didn't lie to you. I didn't think he was here.
Just because you were ignorant and did not know.
It's not a lie.
Not mean that you did not lie to me.
Okay, well, it's not a lie. But don't worry, I guess it's a lie by omission, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I apologize then, Amanda.
Thank you.
I apologize, Hannah.
Thank you.
But don't worry, guys. Everything's going to be better, because back in the arena, the Disco Inferno is here.
No.
No.
Eric Bischoff tells us he's not on the roster, and he's not supposed to be here.
I am convinced that this man just shows up with his own boombox and starts playing his entrance music and doing this.
Yeah, so this week he's dancing to his music, and his music stops, and out comes Big Bubba, who just, looks at him weirdly and walks away. And then Disco pulls out his boombox and is playing his theme on the boombox and dancing to it again. And out comes a newcomer to the show, Road Warrior Hawk. Disco is still dancing, and Hawk gets into his face and then leaves. Disco steals a kid's hat and hangs it on one of the spikes on Hawk's shoulder pads.
This was stupidly funny.
I was laughing.
It was rude. Give that kid his hat back.
What do we think of Hawk's fucking spike shoulder pads?
I feel like we're in Mad Max.
That is the inspiration for the character.
Mad Max, but they're football players.
Those shoulder pads caused a bit of controversy at one point in their careers. When Dusty Rhodes was the booker of WCW, the network had told him, "Hey, you are not allowed to have blood."
Oh, let me guess. One of the spikes gets caught in somebody's eye.
Well, it doesn't get caught accidentally. Dusty Rhodes purposely booked a storyline with the Road Warriors because Hawk has a partner who we don't see tonight. I don't know when we see him, but he does show up. He has a partner named Animal. And the Road Warriors are teaming with Dusty, and they turn on him, and one of them takes a spike off their shoulder pad and stabs Dusty in the eye with it. And Dusty cut himself to bleed, and he got fired.
Ugh.
But Hawk is here, and Hawk gets, on the stage, Disco is mocking Hawk, and this distracts Hawk enough for Bubba to attack him and hit a big splash in the corner. But Hawk reverses an Irish whip and whips Bubba, but Bubba, before he hits the corner, slides out of the ring and runs back in. That was a dope move from the big man. It didn't work out because Hawk hits a big power slam, but, a little bit of agility from the big man. After the power slam, though, Disco Inferno gets up on the apron and dances. So Hawk grabs him and starts ripping his shirt off of him and beating him up the ramp. But Hawk gets counted out, and Bubba is the winner. And we go to break. Back from break, we have Mean Gene welcoming Hulk Hogan to the ring.
No.
And we have Dark Side Hulk Hogan this week, guys. He's coming out all black, including the black neck brace.
No.
Looks a little less racist.
Without the mustache?
Yeah. Just a little.
The mustache is a very racist mustache. That is what racists have. You can hear as he's making his way to the ring, he is being booed in Chicago.
Yeah. Good.
People in Chicago do not like him. He gets to the ring, he tells Mean Gene and Jimmy Hart to be quiet. And he says he's in all black because the games are all over, dude. And it's time to take care of family business. And he just comes out and says that the Giant is the son of Andre at this point. They've been alluding to it before, but now he just says that the Giant is Andre the Giant's son, which we all know is not true. He calls out Vince McMahon. Says he used to work for a promoter whose ego got bigger than the wrestling business, and that promoter is now choking and dying on his own ego. But all of his Hulkamaniacs have grown up to be redwoods. But the Giant is starting to chop them down. Hulk says that shaving his mustache is as bad as putting graffiti on the Washington Monument or burning the flag. As he cuts the promo, we start to hear police sirens, and they cut to outside the arena, and we see a monster truck being driven by the Giant with Kevin Sullivan in the passenger seat and the Zodiac just hanging out in the back.
I thought that man was a zebra.
No, that's the Zodiac killer. Come on. The monster truck is driving to the ring, or to the arena, and it's being chased by the cops. The cops stop them from entering the arena, though, and Hulk Hogan says he's going out there, and he rushes towards the lot where the monster truck is. And that's the end of Hulk Hogan for the night. We go back to the commentary table. Eric Bischoff is hyping up Halloween Havoc, and then we get a shit ton of pyro as the cage begins to lower for the main event. So much pyro. We go to break, and we get the exact same ad for Halloween Havoc. At this point, people have to know what's happening. We need to stop the ad. Stop running it. Then, we get Pepe.
It took so long, but he's here.
Him.
The star is here.
Pepe is dressed as a Chicago Bear with a team jacket and a tiny little helmet.
I don't think he can move.
But he looks adorable.
He does look adorable.
That
it's
helmet.
A 10 out of 10 as always. This dog cannot move in it though. Like, he is frozen in place. He doesn't know what to do.
It's because of the helmet, I think. Dogs don't usually wear helmets. Two cops then come talk to Eric Bischoff, and they told him they are keeping Hogan and the Giant apart. This is a great use of city resources, by the way.
Yeah, these are legitimate cops.
Like, what a great use of city resources. We've got the
Could you imagine going into work and they're like, hey, you have to go to the wrestling event. They're going to drive a monster truck. You have to chase it in your cruiser.
And you're going to have to pretend to keep Hulk Hogan away from somebody. Have fun. They got paid to do this.
They did get paid to do this.
They got paid tax dollars to do this. Anyway, it's time for our main event. We have a steel cage match. Out is the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Gorgeous robe.
In his purple robe.
It has bell sleeves. It's feathered. I love it. The robes just keep getting better and better.
They are nice robes. Arn Anderson is already in the cage, and the match starts. Flair stops Arn from throwing him into the cage and takes him down with chops and punches and struts around the ring. Arn then takes Flair down with a big back body drop. He then throws Flair into the cage and begins stomping and choking Flair. And I gotta say, guys, Ric Flair showed some remarkable restraint in this match tonight. Because Ric Flair is known as a bleeder. He loves to bleed in his matches. And he had ample opportunity to bleed tonight, and he didn't. You guys are going to see so much of Ric Flair's blood during this series. You're going to see more of his blood than you've ever seen of your own blood. That's how much this man bleeds.
Why?
Why does he bleed? Because he thinks it looks cool. And to be fair, it does, because the blood mixes in with his bleach blonde hair. And it does look pretty cool, but I don't know. He loves to bleed. He throws Flair into the cage again as we go to break. We come back, and Flair is in control, but he's taken down with a spine buster. We see what happened during the break with both men trying to escape the cage, but Flair stops Arn with a chop, and then Arn falls dick first onto the top rope. In present time, Flair throws Arn into the cage and then rakes his face against the cage wall. Then Flair gets thrown into the cage, and Arn rakes his face against the cage wall. Flair responds and takes down Arn with a clothesline, then struts and hits a big stalling vertical suplex. He's not flying anymore. Brian Pillman tries to get in the cage, but Flair stops him and comes off with a diving axe handle onto Arn. He tries for the figure 4, but Arn punches him and gets the pin out of nowhere. Eric Bischoff is yelling that Arn hit Flair with a foreign object, and in the replay, you can clearly see Arn has put brass knuckles on.
Mm-hmm.
So he used the brass knuckles to get the win. Ric Flair then comes up and mugs Eric Bischoff. This is the disrespect to sound equipment right here. He mugs Eric Bischoff for his headset and yells that next week he will wrestle Arn and Pillman 2-on-1. He'll look for a partner, but if he can't find one, he will take on both of them, and he just throws the headset down. And Eric's very upset that his headset is broken. They give us a recap on the episode of Nitro and the storylines going into Halloween Havoc. And they give us a rundown of next week's episode. We have 3 matches announced for next week. DDP versus Johnny B. Bad for the TV title. Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Meng. And that's the end of the October 9th, 1995 episode of Monday Nitro. So, guys, what was your segment of the night?
I had none.
You have no segment of the night.
Pepe.
Pepe's not a segment.
You know
Pepe
what?
gets his own segment.
Eric Bischoff bitching about his shit getting fucked.
I'll put Eric Bischoff getting mugged.
Yeah.
I also didn't have a segment of the night. This episode was
on.
terrible.
Are you saying you guys didn't enjoy Sabu versus Mr. JL?
I did not.
That was my segment of the night. You gotta
I'm
pick something,
abstaining.
Hannah.
I don't have anything. No, I don't have anything.
Don't even Amanda picked a crime.
Yeah. Pick the crime, Hannah.
Or you could pick Sting respecting sound equipment.
Okay, fine. Sting respecting the sound equipment was my moment of the night.
And who are your MVPs?
No one.
This is ridiculous, Hannah.
No, it's not. This was a bad episode. No one deserves it.
Giving my MVP to Sabu. Amanda?
What?
Who's your MVP?
I'll go with MC Hammerpan, sure.
Yeah, Sabu getting a 3rd MVP. He's tied for 2nd right now. As we do this, I'm going to do yearly MVP and then, total MVPs. The year of 1995, which isn't a full year, but whatever. In the lead right now with 5 MVP awards is Randy Savage. Finally, we have our Pepe costume.
Yes, and apparently we have some unfinished business from our last WCW episode.
Yeah.
We do?
We do have unfinished business.
Yeah. I put Googly Eye Pepe in at number 1, and you guys yelled at me. So I said the next week I would come back and give an updated ranking, and then I never did.
That is true. We were not given a new ranking. Do you have a new ranking? Or are you standing by Googly Eye Pepe as number 1?
Please don't.
No,
please.
I am going to put Demon Pepe or Devil Pepe back in at number 1.
Thank you.
Googly Eyes will be number 2. And then can you tell me where Saddle Pepe is on the ranking?
Saddle Pepe is number 4.
Number 4, he's going up 1.
Above Bandito Pepe.
Yeah.
So the new ranking is as of before this new episode is Devil Pepe number 1, Googly Eye Pepe number 2.
Yes.
Saddle Pepe number 3.
Correct.
And Bandito Pepe number 4.
Yeah.
And Yeehaw Pepe number 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what is your...
Football Pepe.
Where is Chicago Bear Pepe?
He's going in last place.
Last place?
Yeah.
For Chicago Bear Pepe?
This don't
Oh my,
do
that helmet
sports.
was so cute. Hannah, you're so wrong.
This is absurd. This is
No, it's not.
absurd.
This is
This
my
is
list.
Frankie,
Amanda,
can I
this
please
is-
make an argument that we take this segment away from Hannah if she's gonna put bullshit like this on?
No, this is my ranking. You have
Hannah,
your
you're
Disney ranking.
You're on thin ice.
You're on thin ice, Hannah.
It's my ranking. You guys
You
have,
have the-
you know what? You guys make
I have
the Amanda
no
and
ranking.
Frankie Pepe ranking. This will be my own.
Fine, Frankie, let's make our own ranking. I was
All
gonna
right,
put,
we'll make our own ranking with black tar heroin and hookers.
yeah.
What?
Amanda and Frankie Pepe costume ranking. Number 1, Amanda. What are we doing?
It's between
Obviously
Devil
Devil
Pepe and
Pepe.
Football Pepe, if I'm
I
honest.
think Devil Pepe is number 1,
Okay,
and Football Pepe is a close
second.
number 2.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then number 3 is Saddle Pepe.
Saddle Pepe, 100%. Bandito
So-
Pepe, right underneath.
Yes.
You guys agree with me with Saddle Pepe?
Yeah, and Bandito Pepe.
Mm.
And then Yeehaw Pepe is under there, obviously.
Yeah.
And Googly
Googly
Eye
Eye
Pepe is
Pepe,
last, 'cause
bottom.
it's obviously the worst one.
Yeah. And if you do another one of this bullshit ranking, we're gonna take your title away from you.
What's my title?
You were known as like the undisputed like Pepe Queen, but
I was.
right
is
now you're being
ridiculous.
disputed.
This is ridiculous. Chicago Bear Pepe in last?
I don't like sports.
It
You
doesn't
don't have to
matter.
like sports.
It's
He
about
has
how
a
cute
tiny little
Pepe
helmet.
is. He's got a cute little helmet on.
Okay, and
This is so upsetting.
Hannah, you're so wrong on so many levels. This is actually, I'm so upset with you, and I hate football.
maybe next time we'll have an outfit that we all agree on.
Doubtful.
It's not that we don't agree, it's how egregious you're like, we disagree.
Yeah.
Like, yours is, it's so far removed from each other.
Listen, these are all 10 out of 10 outfits. I'm just ranking
Listen.
my personal preference.
Listen, here's the thing. I know what next week's costume is,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm gonna look up a picture of it to confirm in my head what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring up an image. Oh, I can't find an image online. Oh wait, this is it. I think this is it. Yeah, this is a cute one too. This is a good one. So I'm hoping, this is like a middle of the pack one. But if you put it too low, we'll have to talk, Anna.
Yeah. Your ranking, gone.
No,
I'll
I
start
have
ranking
my
the
own
Barbie
ranking.
movies.
You have your own.
We'll
All
stop ranking the Barbie movie.
I'll start ranking the Barbie movies. They're all dead last, and then number 1 is Barbie with Margot Robbie.
That's fine.
It's the whole ranking. Alright, that's the end of this episode of Nitro. And all of our stuff is in. Next week is our monthly Scooby-Doo visit.
A good one.
Amanda, you're taking us through
I am.
the 1999 Scooby-Doo project.
Oh, I am. Sorry, I thought it was Alien Invaders was next.
Yeah, no, it's the Scooby-Doo project, the Blair Witch Project parody from Scooby-Doo.
Right, of course.
As we, tonight, I said this last month when we did this, but there are 2 versions of it, the actual airing version and the extended version. I'm going to try to find the extended version, and if I can't, I'll just tell you guys what happens in that
Okay.
after Amanda goes through the original version. But hopefully I can find the extended version online. It should be out there somewhere.
I imagine that you can.
It's most likely on YouTube.
Yeah. But that is what we'll be talking about next week, the Scooby-Doo project, which is very exciting. I haven't watched that in a long time, so I'm excited to go back to it, see if it lives up. Anyway, I think that is all we have for tonight. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say? All right, well then, let's wrap this up. As of recording, we are on Spotify and YouTube. If you're listening to us on YouTube, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for a notification for when each episode is uploaded. If you are listening to us on Spotify, remember to leave a review, follow the show, leave a rating, and answer the poll question. And this week is Chicago Bear Pepe, football Pepe, the worst Pepe costume? Yes or no?
No.
No matter where, yeah, it's a resounding no for me and Amanda.
I'm going to make
Big
100 accounts and vote no.
100 account. Hey, that's 100 listens. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to listen to a certain amount of the video or episode to leave
I
a,
have the
For us
time.
to count it. Yeah.
leave a poll. So that's fine. Yeah, we'll take those 100 listens. Make sure you follow the show with all 100 accounts.
Yeah.
Okay. 5-star reviews also.
Yeah, leave 5-star reviews with all 100 accounts. No matter where you're listening to the show, remember to share the show with anyone you think might be interested in it or like the content that we're doing between the Cryptid Corner, the Disney movie reviews, the Barbie movie reviews, the Scooby-Doo projects, and WCW Monday Nitro, and Weird People of History and Cool People of History. If someone would like any of the multiple things that we do, send the show their way. If you would like to send us an email with any questions you would like us to answer, any ideas for topics of the show, any thoughts you have about the show, you can do so by sending us an email to
Nothing to see here podcast at gmail.com. As always, here is spelled Hear.
if you would like to see some great artwork done by Amanda, some memes created by Hannah, some images of some of the stuff that we talk about in each and every episode. You can find all of that over on our Instagram page, which is at
Nothing to see here pod.
That is all of our business taken care of, and the end of the episode is here. So saying goodbye and good night, it's Frankie.
It's Hannah.
Hannah, hopefully won't have brain damage next episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.